And a very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Boschmer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. Brevard, North Carolina, nestled in the mountains of western North Carolina for this USA South Conference matchup between the Brevard College Tornadoes and the Methodist University Monarchs. Now, this game, along with the women's game that is scheduled to follow, originally scheduled for Saturday, but due to snowstorms in the area and to make sure could safely get Methodists in and out of Brevard and on their way back to Fayetteville, North Carolina. The game rescheduled for today, so we'll have Friday afternoon action, a men's matchup between the Tornadoes and the Monarchs, followed by the same two schools going at it on the women's side approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this men's game. But first up, the Tornadoes with a 5-6 overall record, looking for their first win in the USA South Conference, taking on Methodist, who comes into the Bosch 4-8 overall, 0-1 in the USA South Conference. Joined today by our play-by-play announcer, Andy Farringer. Andy, great to have you aboard. Looking forward to this one?
Yeah, really looking forward to this one. Want to see KK Horton looking to get back into shooting the three ball well. Before last game's loss to Mary Baldwin, he had 3 straight games with multiple three-pointers, which is very impressive. And really want to look forward to Twain Wilson. He's getting his first career start today, one of the pair of star freshmen for the Tornadoes, averaging 10.5 points per game and shooting 56% from the field. Brendan Wansley, the other part of the pair, 12.1 points per game and 5 rebounds a game. Both of these freshmen shooting over 40% from three, Phil. Pretty impressive as freshmen.
Yeah, no doubt, and it's shown with the USA South hardware, the Rookie of the Week award, all but 1 week. It's been won by a Tornado, one of those two players you just mentioned, either Brendan Wansley or Twain Wilson. So continue to look forward to their continued success. And Tornadoes, looking for that first USA South Conference win, started with a very competitive game here at the Bosch versus Southern Virginia back on January the 4th. That one went Southern Virginia's way, 92-87. The Tornadoes came back from a big deficit in that one, but ultimately Southern Virginia with the win. And then hit the road for their first road game of the season, and Mary Baldwin ends up winning that one. So Tornadoes looking for that first win, and meanwhile, Methodist also looking for their first win of the USA South Conference. Similarly, a common opponent, their loss, they've only played one conference game so far, but that one loss came to Southern Virginia 66-56. It's kind of interesting. You look at those two scores, the Brevard game against Southern Virginia, teams in the upper 80s and 90s in terms of scoring, and then when Methodist played Southern Virginia, a 66-56 loss for the Monarchs. So two different results there, even though Southern Virginia had the win each time. And today the two teams will be going at it to try to get that first win in USA South Conference play. Tornadoes 4-3 in the all-time series. Brevard has won the last 4 after Methodist won the first 3 of the all-time series. And should be a great one here at the Bosch. Andy, anything else you're really looking out for on this one?
I know you mentioned the Southern Virginia game. KK Horton with a career-high 26 points in that one on 4 3-pointers, a season-high 3-pointers made. Want to see him shine in this one. Struggled a bit with 6 points in the last outing versus Mary Baldwin. Look to see him getting back after it.
Yeah, KK Horton certainly a mainstay here for the Tornadoes, the native of nearby Asheville, North Carolina, and in his senior season. And, he showed exactly how dynamic he is. He's the kind of player who can do all sorts of things. You see him, set up his teammates. You set him run the offense oftentimes. And then when he gets that scoring element going, can really be a big factor because, you tend to concentrate on this year's team on players like Wansley and Wilson and Jaden Carnes and so forth. And then when KK Horton delivers, a whole different dynamic. No doubt. Well, looking forward to this one. Tornadoes and Monarchs were about 7 minutes away from national anthem and pregame introductions. Then we'll have all the action between the Monarchs and the Tornadoes, USA South Conference action here at the Bosch.
Every cheer, for every play, we know there's a little prayer that no one gets hurt. That's why we are there too. Party athletic trainers, physicians, and specialists. We're watching closely for any sign that someone needs care. And if your child is hurt, they're seen right away by the region's top specialists. The Party Sports Medicine team is at every game, match, race, practice, and workout, providing medical attention and guidance. For us, winning is all about playing healthy and smart so you can perform at your best.
across Pregame on the campus of Brevard College for today's USA South matchup between the visiting Monarchs of Methodist and your Brevard College Tornadoes. At this time, the Brevard College Athletic Department respectfully asks you please stand for the playing of our national anthem. It's time to meet this afternoon's starting lineups. First, the visiting Monarchs of Methodist. At forward, a 6'3" junior from Durham, North Carolina, number 5, David McCollum Jr. At guard, 6'1" junior from Durham, North Carolina, number 11, Darian Hickley. At center, a 6'8" senior from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, number 15, Zach Sledge. At forward, a 6'3" junior from Conover, North Carolina, number 23, Key Edwards. And at guard, a 6' sophomore from Jamestown, North Carolina, number 24, Ron Jones. Methodist coached by Alexis Henry. And now, the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. At guard, a 5'11" senior from Concord, North Carolina, number 3, Charles Reed. At guard, a 6'2" senior from Asheville, North Carolina, number 11, KK Horton. At forward, 6'4" junior from Concord, North Carolina, number 12, Jaden Carnes. At guard, 6'5" senior from Huntersville, North Carolina, number 13, Charlie Hester. And at guard, 6' freshman from Columbia, South Carolina, number 22, Dwight Wilson. Your Tornadoes are coached by Mr. Luke Curtis and assisted by Mr. Juan Casey and Jim Martin.
Welcome back to Bosherman Gymnasium here in Brevard, North Carolina. Today for your matchup between Brevard College and Methodist, your starting lineups. Brevard College going with number 3, Charles Reed, number 11, KK Horton, number 12, Jaden Carnes, number 13, Charlie Hester, and first career start for number 22, Twain Wilson. And for the Monarchs, number 5, David McCollum Jr., 11, Darian Hicklin, number 15, Zach Sledge, number 23, Kia Edwards, and number 24, Ron Jones. Here for the tip-off. Methodist wins the tip. Number 11, Darian Hicklin with the ball, dribbling guarded by KK Horton, out with the ball at the wing. In front of the Tornadoes bench. Switch on to Twain Wilson now. Passes over to Ron Jones. Down to the block, guarded by Jaden Carnes. And the post play is good. Monarchs up 2-0. Charles Reed passing to KK Horton now. Back to Reed. Reed playing in his 91st game as a Tornado. Today tying him for 5th all-time. Tied it with Alex Moe, who played from 2012 to 2016 as a Brevard College Tornado. That ball is defended well by the Monarchs and out of bounds. Monarchs ball.
Yeah, Monarchs showing some pressure defensively early on and results in the Tornado turnover.
Yeah, it looks like a chippy defense there from the Monarchs. that the Tornadoes have to face today. Tornadoes looking like they're in a zone coverage. Corner three, no good, but a foul on the shooter. 3 shots coming up for the Monarchs.
Yeah, Charles Reed trying for that closeout there with that corner three, and sort of a cardinal sin, fouling on the 3-point attempt. And it'll result in 3 free throws for the Monarchs.
David McCollum Jr. shooting the free throws. Junior forward out of Durham, North Carolina. First free throw is good. Now for the second free throw. Second free throw good as well, giving the Monarchs a 4-point lead with 1 more free throw to go.
And McCollum, a 79% free throw shooter, one of their better shooters from the charity stripe.
As he goes 3 for 3. Monarchs now with a 5-0 lead with a press defense here against the Tornadoes. Hester now with the ball. It's at the 3-point line. Gets it back to KK Horton. Near half court. Screened by Carnes to Twain Wilson. Back to Carnes. Charles Reed, 3-point line. Down low to the block to Hester. Guarded closely. Pump fake in the paint. Down to Twain Wilson. And the reverse is good. Twain Wilson's first points of the game. Star freshman for the Tornadoes. So a very hot start in his freshman year campaign as a Tornado. Pass down low, and it's turned over. Tornadoes now with the ball. As that pass is tipped by Darian Hicklin, and fast break layup for David McCollum Jr. His 5th point of the game so far after those 3 free throws and a layup. Hester passes to KK Horton. Horton to Carnes. Mid-range is good. Carnes with his first basket of the game. Jaden Carnes, 7th all-time field goals made in only just his junior season. And there's KK Horton out on the break. We talked about him in the pregame, looking for him to make a spark for the Tornadoes today.
Both teams perfect from the field so far, and many of these baskets coming off turnovers. Tornadoes able to capitalize that time.
Yeah, Tornadoes, very good defensive team there. The Travelers called another turnover on the Monarchs. Very good defensive team. That's kind of how they force a lot of their points. Reed now with the ball. Monarchs with like 4 defenders up near the midline. Interesting look, allowing Tornadoes to kind of have 2 offensive players down near the basket. KK now driving, pass out to Carnes. Carnes mid-range, no good. Hester hustles for the rebound, and KK grabs it. Pass out to Wilson for 3. Shot is good. Twain Wilson with his 5th point of the game. Mentioned briefly that 40% 3-point shooting as a freshman is very impressive. Now Monarchs with the ball. Hicklin guarded by Horton. Pass there to Jones, guarded by Carnes. Switch on Twain Wilson. Pass back now to McCollum on the wing, guarded by Hester. Pass down low. One with the shot clock, and no good. Hester there with the rebound. Hester's been the starting center for the Tornadoes all year. Very strong performances. Tied a career high a couple games ago against Stevenson when they traveled for that quick tournament over winter break. Had 19 points in that one. KK Horton pass to Carnes. Carnes now to Reed. Reed backdoor pass. KK gets a hold of it and then out of bounds.
Yeah, the turnovers, certainly a story in this one. Each team with 3 turnovers early on, and we'll see if the 2 teams can clean things up a little bit moving forward. But we'll head to break with Tornadoes leading 9-7.
Back from break now. Tornadoes on a 7-0 run, highlighted by that three-pointer from Twain Wilson. Looks like both teams keeping the same lineups out there after that media timeout. Monarchs now with the ball. 15:50 here to go in the first half. Jones now with the ball, guarded by Reed. Out to Hicklin. Hicklin looking to drive on Twain Wilson. Layup no good. Fighting for the rebound, and KK Horton comes away with it. He's pressing the backcourt, now running on a bit of a fast break. KK past to Charles Reed. To Hester in front of the Monarchs bench. Down to Twain Wilson. And Wilson posting up, and ball gets taken away. Monarchs ball. Ron Jones bringing it up the court, looking to drive and kick, and travel called. Another turnover there.
Turnovers continue. Each team with 4 turnovers early on here. So a lot of this will be who capitalizes off those turnovers. Right now, 5-5 and points off turnovers.
Not even 5 minutes into the game. 8 total turnovers here. Number 10, Chance Minot, checking in for the Monarchs. Monarchs still going with this press, and then looks like they go into a man after the Tornadoes get over half court. Hester now posting up. Looks to kick. Reed now drives. Kicks to Carnes. Monarchs playing some good defense here, not allowing the Tornadoes to drive very well. Shot at the buzzer, and no good for KK Horton. Monarchs now looking to drive, and slammed in there by Zach Sledge. Now a 9-9 game. Tornadoes with the ball. Twain Wilson gets it taken away. Another turnover. Monarchs driving. Layup no good. Rebound by KK Horton. Pass out and good by Jaden Carnes. Looked like it was a goaltending there. Basket still good.
Ball went in, despite the goaltend. I guess you can't get any extra points there, but I think it would have counted either way.
Monarchs now with the ball. Tornadoes playing looking like a 3-2 zone here. 3-pointer from Methodist, no good. Another rebound there by Horton. His 4th of the game. Charles Reed, fast break, layup, no good. Horton leading the Tornadoes in with 4 rebounds and 3 assists in the game. That layup good by David McCollum, his 7th point of the game. 2 for 2 from the field, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Yet to miss a basket there.
Both teams playing really free and loose. It seems like balls going back and forth quite a bit. We've seen the turnovers, of course, but both teams playing loose, and that time, great look, able to find Hester.
Another great look by KK Horton for his 4th assist of the game already. Just 7 minutes into this contest. Pass down low, looks foul there on Charlie Hester. Looked like that could have almost been another turnover. Whole lot of them to start this game. 9 total between the two. We have subs coming in for Methodist. Number 33, Jarius Fajardo, and number 12, Juanquavius Butler for the Monarchs. Tornadoes keeping this starting lineup out here. Wonder when we'll see the other freshman pair, Brendan Wansley, coming in to this one. Wansley leads the Tornadoes in points per game this season with 12.1. And that is an and one basket made by the Monarchs.
Yeah, got to credit the Monarchs really crashing the boards hard after that initial miss, and Minot able to come up with the offensive rebound and gets rewarded with an and one opportunity here. And right on cue, Andy, get to see our first substitute for the day for the Tornadoes.
Number 5, Brock McKnight, the sophomore guard from Sparta, North Carolina, checks in. Monarchs now 14-13 lead after that, and one free throw is good. Horton here, passing to Wilson, to Hester. Down to Carnes in the corner. Like you said, very free and loose game. Fast-paced offenses here. Defense is causing a lot of turnovers. McKnight with the ball. Pass out to KK, and the three-pointer is good. I mentioned that in the pregame, too. KK had a streak of multiple three-pointers a couple of games ago. See him to shoot the basketball from three-point land again. Monarchs looking to drive. Pass to the free throw line. Layup, no good. Offensive rebound, but it's stolen away there by KK Horton. Twain Wilson coming up with the ball. Horton 5 points so far in this contest. Wilson now back to Horton. Pump fakes a three. Pass down to Jaden Carnes on the cut, and his 5th assist of the game. Just a beautiful pass. Wonderful cut off the screen.
A dime from Horton, no doubt. And you said it, 5 assists, and we've only played 8.5 minutes here at the Bosch.
Monarchs there driving. Another offensive rebound, and that second chance opportunity is good there for the Monarchs. Tornadoes now getting the ball over half court to KK now. KK Horton passes to Charlie Hester. Back to Horton. Looking to drive, and that is blocked. Quite a ferocious block.
Edwards with the block.
That shot no good, rebounded by Carnes. So that call was out of bounds there on the sideline. And we get a media timeout here. Tornadoes up 18-16. We'll be back after the break. Back from media timeout. Tornadoes making some substitutions here. Number 0, Brennan Wansley coming in. And number 2, Drayshawn Brown for the Tornadoes. And there is a turnover by the Monarchs. Pass tipped out of bounds. Just slips through the fingertips. Brennan Wansley, as I mentioned, checked into the game. Brevard College's points leader with 12 points a game in his freshman campaign. Shooting the ball very well as well. KK Horton now with the basketball. Passes to Drayshawn Brown. Down low to Carnes. And that is blocked. Blocked there by number 15, Zach Sledge. Sledge's first block of the game, and that is a travel on the Monarchs. Their 6th turnover of the game, now tying the Tornadoes, both with 6.
Those are big numbers, each team with 6 turnovers thus far. You mentioned Wansley. He's the reigning USA South Conference Rookie of the Week. No surprise. He's had 4 of them this season. Wilson, who headed to the bench with Wansley checking in, has won 3 of those awards.
Yeah, star-studded pair of freshmen from the Tornadoes. Wansley now with it. Guarded closely. McKnight now. Top of the key. Brown cutting. Screen here by Carnes. Carnes looking to roll. Three-pointer from KK. No good. Rebound there by Sledge. Tornadoes, with their 8 field goals so far this game, all of them have been assisted. 5 of those assists coming from KK Horton, and 1 from each Charlie Hester, Twain Wilson, and Brock McKnight.
Yeah, that's something coaches look at quite a bit. You know, how many of your field goals made or come off assists, and that's a obviously perfect number for the Tornadoes.
Yep. Offensive rebound there by the Monarchs, and the pass to Sledge, the cutter. 18-18 now. 8:50 left in this first half. McKnight now with the ball. Wansley looks to drive, posting it up now at the block. Passes to McKnight, who drives. Passes to Wansley. Horton now top of the key to McKnight. Down to Wansley, 8 on the shot clock. The shot and a foul is called there on number 5, David McCollum. Did not appreciate that foul call.
Believe it or not, that's the first foul by a Monarch this afternoon. That's after 11 and a half minutes of play. Haven't seen too many whistles in terms of fouls. Tornadoes with just 3 team fouls thus far, but Wansley gets rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
Wansley now for his first free throw is good. His first points in this contest. Now in for the Tornadoes, number 14, Justin Gudalak, another freshman. Tornado team full of freshmen this year. Gudalak's been pretty good as well in his freshman campaign, averaging 4 points a game. That second free throw is good by Wansley. Trayshawn Brown now guarding the Monarch. Pass out to McCollum Jr. Wansley guarding tightly. Ball out in front of the Tornadoes bench. Looks to cut. Pass out to the corner. McCollum drives. The hop step. Layup is no good. Another offensive rebound. No good. And then Sledge finally comes in with the tip in. Monarchs now 5 offensive rebounds. Just to Brevard's 1. Monarchs out rebounding the Tornadoes as well, 10-7. Gudalak now with the ball at the top of the key. Wansley, dribble pull up, and no good from the free throw line. Monarchs now with the ball, guarded by Brown. Now McKnight. Layup no good. Offensive rebound's tipped out. Now down low, and the layup is no good. Some contact there, but no foul call.
Yeah, Brown, great job defensively for the Nados.
Three-pointer from McKnight is good. His first basket of this contest, 1 for 1 from three-point land.
3 3-pointers for the Nados. Horton, Wilson, and now McKnight. Methodist yet to hit a 3.
Yeah, not a whole lot of three-point shooting, just 7 3-pointers now in this first 13 minutes of the contest. Ball out on the perimeter now. Horton guarding, 4 on the shot clock, three-pointer. Airballed, but it's rebounded and put back up.
7 offensive rebounds for Methodist. I'm sure that's going to be a point of emphasis for Coach Burgess in the remainder of this game. And, the Methodist will take advantage of those with 9 second chance points.
Fast break layup, no good there from the Monarchs.
McKnight getting back defensively for the Nados. Well done.
Gaudelock now down low. Gets the defender to jump and puts it up. Good play there by the freshman. Justin Gaudelock with his first basket of the contest. Jones now guarded by Brown in front of the Tornadoes bench. McCollum. McKnight looks to slip a little bit there, and the layup is good for McCollum's 9th point of the game. Runners up here, 25-24 Pass down low to Gadlock and his 4th point of the game. Good look there from Brown.
And nice work from the second unit of the Tornadoes, with the exception of starter KK Horton, who's remaining on the floor. But real nice work from that group. Gadlock capitalizing with a pair of buckets there. And we'll head to the break. Tornadoes up 27-24.
Back from timeout break. Reed checks in for the Tornadoes. Here as the Monarchs have the ball. McKnight guarding on the wing. Ron Jones with the ball, looking to pull up, and it's good from inside the paint. Paint point's a big factor in this one so far. 22 for the Monarchs and 14 for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, we've seen both teams with a lot of layup opportunities. Yeah. You know, it's these offenses creating opportunities with some great passes, but also second chance opportunities.
Second chance opportunities, a lot of cuts. 3-pointer there from McKnight. No good. And Hicklin with the rebound as he brings the ball up. Down low there to Edwards. And the layup is good.
Another layup that time by the Monarchs. And here we're seeing that press. It seems like the Tornadoes haven't had too much trouble breaking it each time down the floor.
And then Monarchs quickly go into a man coverage. Gadlock now. Pass to Brown. Back to Gadlock at the top of the key. Wansley for 3. It's good. There's Wansley's 5th point of this contest.
4 3-pointers by the Tornadoes coming from 4 different players.
A very spread out offense here. Hicklin out to Jones. Jones for 3. No good. Wansley rebound, but unable to hold on to it. Sledge there makes a diving stop and a timeout there by the Monarchs.
Yeah, heads-up play by the Monarchs as bodies hit the deck there. Butler able to get the timeout before he either was going to be called for a travel or maybe Wansley was going to tie it up there. But quick timeout there, and we'll get back to action here in just a moment.
Back now after the Monarchs timeout. Monarchs with Hicklin, Butler, Sledge, Jones, and looks like Fajaro here on the court now. Tornadoes staying with the same lineup that they had. McKnight, Wansley, Gaudelock, Brown, and Reed. As that pull-up is good. Tie game here now, 30-30 with 3.5 minutes left to go. McKnight now with the ball.
KK Horn and Jaden Carnes head to the scorers table, along with Twain Wilson, so seeing some of that starting lineup getting ready to come back in.
Wansley now with the ball, looking to pass. Reed outside, looking to the corner. McKnight, baseline drive. Reed out to Brown, 6 on the shot clock. The Euro step, and it's good there from Drayshawn Brown.
Gorgeous Euro step from Brown.
Good finish. Beautiful looking finish there from Brown. Monarchs now, Sledge, and that layup is good. Another point in the paint. Strong suit for this Monarchs team.
Sledge, first player in double digits for either side with 10.
Sledge, a 6'8" center. Definitely helps when you're scoring points in the paint. That height really does do some dividends. Wansley now with the ball. Guarded by Jones. Spin, looking baseline. Jones forces a pickup. Gaudelock now driving on Sledge. Gets a jump. And the foul. Looking to be 2 free throws now. Getting the pump fake there, making Sledge jump, and an easy foul call there for the ref on the baseline.
It's a compelling matchup, Gaudelock versus Sledge. You know, two big guys going at it, and that time Gaudelock wins the chess match with the pump fake.
Freshman versus senior there. Some experience going Sledge's way, but the good pump fake gets him to jump. Looking like going to go with a back to the starting lineup after Gaudelock is done with his free throws.
Yeah, with the exception of McKnight, looks like he'll stay on the floor. As Reed heads to the bench.
Second free throw, no good there from Gaudelock. Jones here bringing the ball up. Pass there to Hicklin. Now to Butler. Hicklin top of the key. Guarded by KK Horton. Butler now. Sledge down low, guarded by Gaudelock. Sledge looking for more points in the paint. A good little post move there by Sledge for his 12th point. 6 for 7 shooting now from the field. Hester with the ball. Out to Twain. Twain, deep three-pointer. No good off the front of the rim. Jones now with the ball guarded by Hester to Hicklin. Now Jones. Sledge at the block, and with contact, the layup is good. Another point in the paint there from Sledge.
14 now from Sledge. He's come alive as of late. Scored the last 6 for the Monarchs.
Layup there, good by Charlie Hester. 1 minute now left in this first half. 36-35 is your score. Monarchs with a 1-point lead. Hicklin now guarded by KK Horton. Screen, pick up. Sledge now. That's out on the 3-point line. To Jones. Jones, mid-range pull-up. No good. Rebound there by Twain Wilson. KK Horton with the ball now. Guarded by Fajardo. McKnight, top of the key. KK, pump fake for 3-pointer. 13 here now on the shot clock. Horton around, down to Gaudelock, and the layup is good. KK Horton's 7th assist of the first half, tying a career high in just this first half now. 3-pointer, no good at the buzzer, and that'll be the end of the first half. Tornadoes up 37-36 going into halftime, with some star plays by KK Horton with 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists in 17 minutes of that first half.
And you said it, matching a career high. Incredible to get that done in the first half for KK Horton, who last time we were at the Bosch had the biggest performance by any Tornado as well. But exciting stuff. What else you notice in there, Andy?
7 points from Justin Gaudelock, 3 for 3 shooting in just the first half, leading the Tornadoes off the bench. We have 17 bench points as a team compared to just 3 for the Monarchs, and 13 assists on 15 field goals made. Just 2 non-assisted there in the first half. 37-36 lead for the Tornadoes. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back from this halftime break here. Tornadoes leading 37-36 at the break. Some stats to look at from this first half. KK Horton with 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists, tying a career high in just his first half of that game. Also, Twain Wilson making his first career start with 5 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Brevard also out bench points, winning the Monarchs 17-3. Starred by Gaudelock with 7 points, Wansley with 5, and McKnight with 3. The Monarchs, though, 32 points in the paint out of their 36. All 4 other points coming from the free throw line. They have 13 second chance points, which is key from their 8 offensive rebounds, and they're out-rebounding the Tornadoes 18-10 there in the first half. And Zach Sledge leading the Monarchs, 14 points and 5 rebounds, 7 for 8 from the field. Phil, what are you seeing other than those?
Yeah, as we head to the second half, some interesting things to think about here in terms of what the Tornadoes will need to do to come away with a win. It's been an even game, so much of it. Obviously, 7 lead changes, 7 ties. The Tornadoes with a 1-point lead here at intermission. But a couple things to think about. You remember the start of the game when it was also free and loose, and both teams, a little helter-skelter at times. Both teams early on with 6 turnovers, but over that last 10 minutes or so, the second half of the first half, they both cleaned up their act. In fact, the Tornadoes did not commit a turnover anytime since the 10:45 mark of this game. So great job protecting the basketball down the stretch. So great adjustment in the middle of the half. The key to me is going to be stopping Sledge in that post. 7 of 8 from the field. Some of those buckets coming easy where he's just using his size over the Tornadoes. So Tornadoes will have to figure out how to slow down Sledge and then continue to protect those defensive rebounds. Giving up 8 offensive rebounds for 13 second chance points. That's a big point of emphasis. But I think the Tornadoes doing a nice job offensively, finding the open man. You mentioned the assist to field goal ratio, which looks so strong. And this game is here for the Tornadoes taking. If they contain Sledge, clean up on those offensive boards that they've been giving up, and then also continue to protect the basketball. Like I said, to go 10:45 without a turnover is a huge improvement after committing 6 of them early on.
Yeah. Want to look towards Charlie Hester for this second half. You mentioned needing to stop Zach Sledge. I mean, most blocks in a career on this active roster is 21 for Charlie Hester. Got to look for him to make some plays there in the defensive zone. 7 for 8 inside the paint. I mean, 14 points. Zach Sledge has had his way in the paint. Tornadoes now getting the ball to start the second half. KK Horton bringing it up to Hester. Back to Horton. Looking to drive. Dishes down low to Carnes. Pass back to Horton. To Hester in the corner. 3-pointer is good. And there it is. Took 15 seconds.
Yeah, right on cue. Well done, Andy.
8th assist. Career high for KK Horton in his storied Brevard College career. Senior year now for him this year. Monarchs now. Tornadoes going with their starting lineup to start the second half. And there's another point in the paint for the Monarchs. Here, the Monarchs going with a similar lineup. Actually, all 5 starters that they started the game out with. McCollum, Hicklin, Sledge, Edwards, and Jones. Hester now for 3. That 3-pointer is good. Misses that first one in the second half, but comes back strong. Now his 7th point of the game, tying Gaudelock for the team's high. McCollum now calling for the screen from Sledge. Sledge looking for a post play here. Now Hicklin, guarded by Hester. Monarchs drive, and the layup is good.
Too many layups being given up by the Tornadoes defense. how to figure out that. But meanwhile, the Tornadoes' perimeter game paying off. These 2 early threes from Hester.
Reed now with the ball. Guarded by McCollum. Horton. So Wilson. Now to Horton on the outside. Pass is tipped away by Sledge. 7 on the shot clock. Hester outside. Reed now. 2-1, and the layup is up and good from Reed for his basket of this game.
A great awareness from the veteran Reed of the shot clock and able to hammer it home there.
9 different scorers now for the Tornadoes. 9 players, 9 scorers. Everyone who has played with a basket. Ball's tipped away, but McCollum retains possession. Another point, another try from the paint, and looks like Monarch is down. That'll be number 5, David McCollum Jr.
Nice round of applause as McCollum heads to the bench. Took a hard spill there, and he's getting some attention there in the bench area. McCollum with a strong game for Methodist thus far, 9 points. And free throws coming up for the Monarchs.
Looks like Hicklin, nope, Sledge taking the free throws. It was McCollum, the player being fouled, so Monarchs look to.
Yeah, so the way that works is that the Tornadoes actually get to select which player on the floor takes the free throws. So kind of an interesting, rule there. But Sledge making the Tornadoes pay for that, choice.
Sledge's first free throw is good.
Been thoroughly impressed by Sledge this afternoon.
Second free throw, no good, but offensive rebound there for Edwards. Instead of the 2, they get 3.
Yeah, that's a killer. An offensive rebound off a missed free throw and a quick putback. Edwards now in double figures as well, along with Sledge.
Sledge leading the game in points with 15. Many of those coming from inside of the paint, along with his 1 free throw he just made. Reed now with the ball. Down to Twain Wilson at the block. Fadeaway is good. It's a beautiful looking shot there from the freshman. Freshman now with 7 points. 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, Wilson can make it happen all sorts of ways, whether from 3 or, a pretty fadeaway like that.
Hicklin now with the ball. Sledge down low. Down. And no good. The layup no good inside the paint. That was Chance Minot with the miss. And Jaden Carnes on the other end. Timeout by the Tornadoes. After that basket, Jaden Carnes, 8th all-time for the Brevard College field goal made. Just his junior season. Look to see him climb those ranks in this rest of the season and next year too, as it'll be his senior season. Tornadoes up 49-43 with 16:35 left. We'll be back after this timeout break. Back from Tornado timeout. Monarchs going with Hicklin, Sledge, Jones, Fajaro, and Minot here.
Tornadoes outscoring the Monarchs 12-7 here in the second half. And believe it or not, the 6-point lead, Andy, the largest by either team. That tells you how close this game has been throughout.
Back and back all game long. Basket no good there from Hicklin, who's slow to get up. And the dunk by Charlie Hester. Put him on a poster. What a slam over the 6'8" defender from Charlie Hester. You could just tell. I saw the reaction from Sledge. He was, what just happened there? Could not believe that he was on the end of that poster. The Tornadoes bench went crazy as well.
Absolutely electric here at the Bosch, what Hester just did.
What a slam. Three-pointer no good there from the Monarchs. Horton with the ball, out to Hester. Reed now driving. Twain Wilson driving to the basket, and the layup is good. What a fancy finish there. And a timeout called by the Monarchs. Tornado bench run out to half court to celebrate with Hester after that monster slam.
An 8-0 run for the Tornadoes. The slam from Hester, the finish from Wilson. Just things of beauty. And NATO Nation, we don't have that huge of a crowd here due to the snowstorm that's going on and the fact that classes aren't in session. But those who are here are shaking their heads. Their jaws are dropped. People just losing their mind what they just witnessed with Charlie Hester, and then the pretty finish from Wilson. Oh, my.
53-43 lead for the Tornadoes here after this Monarchs timeout.
Yeah, 8-0 run for the NATOs, really taking charge here in the second half. You got to love how things are going, and the Tornadoes a perfect 7 of 7 here in this second half. Can't ask for much more than that. So halftime adjustments paying off. You saw the timeout from the Monarchs coaching staff. You know, they want to stop this momentum somehow, but what a turnaround here in terms of the energy and also just the focus and precision of the Tornadoes team here in the second half.
For sure. Monarchs now with the ball. I mentioned Hicklin was a bit slow to get up after a play on that last possession, a couple of possessions ago from the Monarchs. He is up and playing all good, which is good to see. Hicklin there, and foul called on Hester.
Yeah, sort of a late whistle. Hester was already off and running, looking for an outlet pass and maybe another
trying to
dunk.
slam, yeah.
But I do think he got a little bit of the arm there on the jumper.
I agree, for sure. Hicklin now shooting free throws. First free throw is good. Hicklin's first point of the game. And there's Key Edwards coming in for Sledge. Sledge getting a break. Not much of any he's had so far. I mean, was it 23 minutes and 25 minutes so far in this game? So he's only sat for 2 minutes in this contest. See how long the Monarchs head coach gives him a break.
Well, and a key to that 8-0 run containing Sledge to start this second half as well. Just the one free throw made.
Bang, there's a mid-range jumper from Twain Wilson. Twain now 9 points in this contest, 4 for 5. My fault, 11 points, 5 for 6. Monarchs now with the ball. Edwards, and the ball gets taken away from KK. KK having himself a game, and that is a foul there on Hicklin at midcourt. 10 assists for KK Horton. Slipped away from me. I wasn't even noticing after he hit his career high. That 10 assists is a season high for the Tornadoes. Previous season high being 9 for Jaden Carnes against LaGrange earlier this season. And there's a three-pointer from Twain Wilson for his 14th point of this contest. a tornado high, just passing Charlie Hester, who's up to 12 now as well. Hicklin with the ball, falls but is able to get the ball to his teammate. Three-pointer, no good there. Charles Reed takes the rebound from his teammate, KK Horton. Tornadoes with a 58-45 lead. Three-pointer, no good, but Horton comes away with the offensive rebound. 17 on the shot clock. Looks like they gave it, saying it hit the rim, which is good. Three-pointer, Jaden Carnes steps into it, no good. Defense rebound there by Hicklin. Out to Jones, who drives, and a foul called there on number 13, Charlie Hester. Charlie Hester's fourth of this contest, so he has to be careful now.
Tornadoes suddenly ahead by 13. What a second half so far. 21-9 advantage in the scoring column. 9 of 11 from the field, and contained Methodist in their offense. Methodist shooting just 3 of 7 and still yet to make a three-pointer in this contest.
Yeah, 0 for 7 from 3 are the Monarchs. Monquavius Butler checks in for the Monarchs and Trayshawn Brown for the Tornadoes. Second free throw is good for Hicklin.
Worth mention also, 4th personal foul on Hester, so he heads to the bench, something to keep an eye on.
KK Horton out to Carnes, to Reed. Fake pass, lets him drive. The foul and 1 for Charles Reed. Fancy move there with the hop step. Like we said, quick to return. Here comes Zach Sledge back into the game. We'll see how the Tornadoes defend this with Charlie Hester 4 personal fouls and him sitting on the bench.
Yeah, we've seen some gorgeous finishes in this one. Another one there from Reed, the and 1 opportunity, and Tornadoes just shooting lights out. 83% here in the second half, 67% for the game.
Free throw good from Charles Reed, converting the full and 1. Now Brendan Wansley checking in for Toyin Wilson and Brock McKnight for Charles Reed. Haven't gotten to see both star-studded freshmen out here on the court together, but they both are making plays when they are on for sure. Jones now with the ball. He looks to drive past the Sledge. Now to Butler. Down to Minot, and foul called, no shot. Foul on the floor. Foul number 11, KK Horton. His first foul in this contest.
Yeah, foul away from the ball there. And Tornadoes now with 4 team fouls, just 2 team fouls for the Monarchs here in the second half.
Sledge now down low, and there he is again. Hard to miss. 6'8" center, and he just killing the Tornadoes in the paint.
But that being said, that's just his first field goal here in the second half, so the Tornadoes have made the adjustment, but that's probably what the Monarchs need to start doing. Use Sledge if they want to get back into this one.
Yeah, they definitely struggled when he was not on the court and not scoring. Wansley now with the ball. To Carnes to Brown. The fake pass. And the layup is good from Brown. Brown really making a difference for the team this year so far. Been very good for the Tornadoes. Ball tipped and out of bounds.
Yeah, Brown, another one of the newcomers for the Tornadoes. We've talked so much about the freshmen, but can't forget about Brown and his contributions. And getting it done there with another pretty finish. We've seen time again from all sorts of Tornadoes.
Brown averaging about 3 points, 3 rebounds a game. Pass from Sledge all the way to Hicklin. All kept in there by Sledge. I mean, making all sorts of plays. That's a foul there on KK Horton. Looks like a media timeout.
Yeah, that'll bring us to a media timeout. But another kind of ticky-tack foul there on KK Horn. He wasn't too happy about it. But Tornadoes continue to enjoy a 15-point lead in this one. Second half has gone the Nados' way.
Back from media break. Darian Hicklin shooting 2 free throws. Something to mention, 10 assists for KK Horton. He's now tied for second in the NCAA record for assists as a Tornado and has the record now. D3 era assist leader with 10. See what he can do for the rest of this game now.
Yeah, that D3 record previously held by Quincy Carter. What a career he had as a Tornado. And Cody Siniard holds the record, 14 assists in the NCAA era versus Wingate back on February the 16th, 2008. So that record's been around for a while. See if KK can maybe pull that off today.
Almost older than me. That record's been staying for a while. Mid-range no good there by Carnes. Sledge down low as he uses his body to get open against Carnes. Butler now. Sledge looking for the ball down low. Hicklin layup is good as he beats his man. Hicklin with 5 now in the contest. KK Horton with the ball, pass to Brandon Wansley. Carnes to Wansley. Wansley top of the key, looking drive down low. Out to McKnight. McKnight top of the key. Horton for 3. It's good! KK Horton's second 3-pointer of the game. 8 points now. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. Horton having himself a day here in this snowy afternoon in Brevard, North Carolina. Butler now with the ball, guarded by Brown. McCollum. Sledge looking with the screen, looking for a cut. Hicklin outside. The pull-up is good. 1 foot in the paint. I wonder if they give them that paint basket. I mean, almost all the Monarchs points coming in the paint. Brown now, top of the key. To Wansley, to McKnight. Now to Horton. Horton, McKnight now. Looking to drive. Brown. Carnes. Good ball movement here from the Tornadoes. Horton with 8 on the shot clock as he lays, and good. There it is. Double-double with still, 10 minutes left in this contest. 10 points for Horton. 10 assists as well. Monarchs now with the ball. Hicklin guarded by Horton. Butler to McCollum. Offensive rebound there by the Monarchs. Layup no good. Another one here. Down to Sledge, and it is good. Sledge's 19th point of this game, his 9th field goal. Tornadoes up 68-55 here. 9 minutes left in this contest. KK with the ball, guarded closely by Butler. To Carnes outside. Hit 3 is good. Carnes now double digits as well, 11 points.
That's 6 different players have hit a 3 for the Tornadoes, and every player who's seen the court has found their way to the scoring column. So great distribution on the scoring side of things for the Nados.
That pass intercepted there by McCollum. Good to see him back after the injury earlier in the first half. Block there. Looks like it'll be a foul called on Trayshawn Brown. Chance Minot going to the free throw line.
Yeah, Tornadoes up 71-55. That's a 16-point spread, and the way Methodist could work their way back into this game, get into the free throw line, using Sledge down low, getting stops, of course, they'll need. But, you know, you're up by 15 with 8:18 to go. You don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
Right.
You know, you don't, not the time to relax quite yet. Certainly, we've seen bigger deficits get shaved down, and Tornadoes have some work still ahead of them, despite the healthy lead here with 8 minutes and change to go in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Butler coming in for Sledge, so they got to look to somebody else for this point, for these points. But still, every single one of the Monarchs' points has either come from the free throw line or inside the paint. I mean, I don't think usually you'd see three-pointers be the way to get back into a game, but for the Monarchs, I think you have to go to the paint and just pound it home if you even stand a chance. Foul there on Juanquavius Butler. KK Horton going to the line. Justin Gaudelock checked in during those free throws for the Monarchs.
Yeah, looking at the Monarchs' numbers on the year, they average only 5 three-pointers made per game. That's a pretty low number in today's basketball.
For sure.
And certainly, you know, not even close to that number today. He's still yet to hit one, but we'll see if they can maybe, you know, if I'm Methodist, maybe you try to slow down this game and get on the free throw line and use your big man down low, who's actually going to take another breather here probably until the stretch run.
Blocked there by Trayshawn Brown.
Big time rejection
Big
from Brown.
Time. McKnight now with the ball. Wansley out. Side on the wing. Gaudelock for three. No good. Hustle rebound there from Minot. Passes, ball is tipped away there from Gaudelock, and foul called on the play. Looks like it'll be a foul on the Monarchs.
Yeah, on the Monarchs. It's going to be on Minot on that loose ball foul. Nice job by McKnight kind of get in position there on that loose ball, and the Tornadoes will have the ball coming back after this timeout. Well, coming up after this matchup, Tornadoes and Monarchs men's basketball with the Tornadoes ahead by 15. Brevard College women's basketball back in action. Hope you can join us for that one. It'll be about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game right here on this YouTube channel. Tornadoes taking on Methodist, and this is a big one in the USA South. Both teams 4-1 in conference play, sitting in a tie in second place in the USA South Conference, and two teams win or one team will leave as the new second place team in the standings. So look forward to that one. Hope you can join us later this afternoon.
Tornadoes now with the ball. Wansley out on the wing. McKnight now. Down low to Brown. Pass forced away from Sledge and then kicked away out of bounds. Tornadoes will retain possession.
So Sledge got that breather. Now he's back out there for the final 7 minutes, I would imagine, of this contest. Only has one personal foul, so foul trouble not an issue. You'd imagine he's going to be the key if Methodist wants to come back.
28 minutes played for Sledge. Foul there on Brock McKnight. It's a good look for the Tornadoes on that last possession. A good pass out by KK Horton again.
But if you're a team trying to mount a comeback, this is exactly what you want. You don't want the time to elapse. There was just a few seconds off the clock there, and then a trip to the line, and now in the bonus.
A lot of free throws for the Monarchs coming up. That first one good from Minot. Minot now with 6 points in this game. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. That one no good. Wansley with the rebound. Horton now bringing up the ball. McKnight to Wilson. Wilson check back in on that last whistle. Good finish there by McKnight.
Great ball movement by the Tornadoes, ultimately finding the open McKnight for the layup.
Monarchs now with the ball, Minot. Down low to Sledge. Sledge looking to score again. There it is. His 21st of this contest.
10 of 11 from the field. Talking about efficient.
Incredibly efficient from the Monarch center. That shot no good.
And Sledge has had a couple of those these last couple of times down the court where he's had the stop. Yeah, and it just tipped off the Monarchs' hands out of bounds, and Tornadoes able to get the ball back.
Could just be a lack of focus there. Looking to throw it out on the break, score quickly, and just missing the ball. Wansley now top of the key. Foul there by Jones. His first foul of this contest. Against Sledge, 10 for 11. Very good game for him in this one. Leading all scorers with 21. Horton with the ball. Loses his dribble there, and it's taken away from the Monarchs. Edwards with the ball. Instead of going for the fast break, he dribbles it back out. Why not? So Edwards down to Sledge. The hop step and layup no good. Just his second miss in this one. Horton to McKnight in the corner. 3-ball. No good. Sledge with the rebound. Able to haul that one in for his 6th of the game. 3-pointer, no good. Wilson with the rebound. Gaudelock goes all the way and fouled there by Jones. Now his 2nd.
Yeah, Tornadoes will earn a trip to the free throw line there. Nice job by Gaudelock to draw the foul. And Tornadoes continue to protect the ball since that 10-minute mark in that first half. Just 2 turnovers down the stretch here. So that'll be a key in these final 5 minutes or so, closing out this victory. Continue to protect the ball and try not to give the Monarchs any easy ones in transition. Meanwhile, the Monarchs still searching for that first 3-pointer. Now 0 for 9 as they launched one up that last time down the court, and once again off the mark.
Got some subs here now for the Tornadoes. Hester checking in. And looks like Jaden Carnes going for Gaudelock.
So they printing the posters up over at the Boshemer admin suites with the Hester dunk.
Got to. That was a beautiful one. Monarchs now with the ball. Stevens checking in for the first time in this one.
Yeah, I got a text, SC Top 10 material from Charlie Hester.
That layup no good. Offensive rebound from Edwards. The miss, the rebound, and puts it back up. Way to get your own rebound there. Edwards now 12 points in this one.
Director of Track and Field Josh Hall, a keen observer of the game of basketball, and he gave a big thumbs up to that Hester slam.
Stevens in. And quick basket by him. 75-64. Just an 11-point lead now.
Yeah, first we've seen of Stevens, and he delivers right away.
Real quick, getting onto that score sheet. Carnes pass to McKnight, down low to Wilson. On the block, the pump fake, back out to Carnes. To McKnight, top of the key. Playing Wilson, dribble pull up, no good. Rebound there by Hicklin. Now to Jones, drive down low. Looked like he wanted a poster of his own there, and no good there by Edwards. Hester to Carnes. The layup good on the fast break.
Yeah, and great defense on the other end. Hester and McKnight combining for that block shot, and Tornadoes make them pay on the fast break. That was big because Methodist had cut it to 11.
See the Monarchs trying to work much quicker here. Looks like a foul there on Hester, going to be his 5th.
Yeah, blocking foul. Hester did everything in his power to try to draw the charge, but gets called for the block. The age-old debate, you know, half the audience sees it one way, that it's a block. The other half sees it as a charge, but that one's going to go Methodist's way, and we'll have some Methodist free throws since they're in the bonus when we come back.
That'll be the last of Charlie Hester we see in this contest. 12 points on 5 of 6 shooting, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. We'll be back after this timeout break. Back from that timeout break there. Edwards shooting 2 after Hester's 5th foul of this one. First one is good. Got Charles Reed on the floor, Drayshawn Brown, Twain Wilson, KK Horton, and Jaden Carnes for the Tornadoes. That free throw no good. Rebounded by Wilson. Horton now with the ball. 3:30 left in this one. 77-65 is your score. Tornadoes with a 12-point lead. Horton to Wilson. Wilson out to the top of the key, Carnes, and that's going to be a foul there by Edwards. Got a whistle there.
Yeah, foul on the Monarchs, so Carnes will head to the line. Edwards called for the foul.
And he'll be heading to the bench as Sledge checks back in. One-on-one here for Carnes. First free throw is good. Monarchs have Stevens, Hicklin, Jones, Sledge, and looks like Fajardo out there. Stevens now with the ball. Stevens with the ball. Hicklin now, guarded by Brown. Out to Jones, three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound there from Sledge. Sledge looking to add to his total here. No good on the post play.
Well defended again. That time Carnes with the assignment of Sledge.
Tornadoes picking up their defense on Sledge after in this half. 2 missed baskets to 1. The pass down low from Horton to Brown, and nothing able to come out of it. Horton back top of the key to Reed. Carnes now, top of the key, guarded by Sledge. Reed looks to pump fake, 2 on the clock. 1. That shot no good, and no rim there, so we'll get a stoppage of play for shot clock violation. Stevens now picking up the ball. Looking to save some clock there by not touching it and let it get down the court. Jones out guarded by Horton. Stevens now by Carnes. To Hicklin. Hicklin pump fake guarded by Carnes, and the jumper is good. Another point in the paint there. 54 points in the paint from the Monarchs. 13 coming by way of the free throw line.
And that's all they're scoring right
That's
there.
all it is.
That tells you how the Monarchs operated today.
Love to see the shot chart after this one. Everything that's made will be in that paint there. Reed now, top of the key. Brown, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound there by Jones. Stevens up, Sledge now. KK in the paint. And no good there by Sledge. Rebound by Fajardo, and that'll be a foul on Brown. 2 shots coming up for Fajardo.
Tornadoes women's basketball team has come out of the locker room and is awaiting the opportunity to hit the court for warm-ups. Big one against Methodist coming up after this. We saw the Methodist women's basketball team in attendance earlier in the first half, watching the game from the stands, cheering on their fellow men's team. Had a great doubleheader here. Glad you're able to join us on a snowy Friday here in Brevard, North Carolina.
Yep, good game we got here for the Tornadoes, and I think a very close one coming up for the women's game. Very excited for that one. Free throw no good. That first free throw was good, though. Fajardo's first points in this one. 79-68 with a minute and a half left. Reed now with the ball to Horton. Tornadoes here just looking to run some clock. Not trying to give the Monarchs the ball back. What a move there by Horton on the baseline to continue his great performance in this one. 13 now. Stevens on the other end. Layup is good. So now, as the ref and Brevard Tornadoes coach have some words. Lee Burgess over there in his 13th season as the Tornadoes coach. You mentioned the Tornadoes women team in their corner. Looks like the Monarchs now coming in from the locker rooms. And there's a foul there. The Monarchs.
Yeah, before the ball could even get inbounds,
yeah.
the foul.
Now we're shooting free throws here.
It's right in that area, 11-point difference, 59 seconds, where, yeah, you could foul every single opportunity and try to wiggle your way back with some missed free throws by the Tornadoes. But then again, it's pretty improbable you could come back from that kind of deficit with less than a minute to play.
Yeah, not much time, a lot of points. Need a Tracy McGrady, 13 points in 33 seconds, or something like that.
And especially when you've gone 0 for 10 from the three-point line, you know, not really built for a quick comeback like that. But crazier things have happened.
For sure, for sure. Both free throws there for Reed are good. Now 13 points, making it even more improbable. We'll see what the Monarchs can do here. So they dribble in. Three-point pump fake. Got me on that pump fake. Sledge now down low. And Charles Reed with the steal and a foul there on the Monarchs. Foul be on Number 11, Darion Hicklin, his second one in this contest. Another steal there by Charles Reed. Charles Reed, just an illustrious career for the Tornadoes, with him being 7th all-time in steals, just adding to that number. Now up to 98 all-time.
Yeah,
in
great.
his career.
Tremendous numbers in the steals department. One of the best one-on-one defenders we've ever seen wear a Tornado uniform, and all sorts of intangibles, getting it done in all sorts of ways you don't see in the stat sheet.
Yeah, he also on the leaderboard in assists, rebounds, games played. A lot of games played as a Tornado. He's got a whole lot of accolades to show for in his career as he dribbles this one out here for the Tornadoes. Going to be about 5 seconds left after the shot clock, so we'll see what the Tornadoes do. Do they elect to take the violation, or do they shoot? There's the violation there.
Well, this is a big-time win for the Tornadoes. First USA South Conference win of the year. Continue this win streak over Methodist, now 5 games, and a big-time victory for Coach Burgess's club.
Huge one. First conference win of the season will become by way of a 15-point victory here over the Monarchs, 85-70. Big-time performance there from KK Horton. Double-double, 13 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 away from a triple-double. We were mentioning, can't remember a time that the last time a Tornado has gotten a triple-double. Some strong performances off the bench from Brendan Wansley, Justin Gaudelock, Deshaun Brown, and Brock McKnight, all with 4+ points. My fault. Anything else you really seeing? 4
Tornadoes in double figures. You love to see that. Not only Horton, but Carnes with 15, Hester with 12, Wilson with 14. Wilson in that first career start, as you mentioned, coming up big. 6 of 8 from the field, efficient once again. And just the Tornadoes shooting the ball well the entire game, end up with a 60% shooting percentage. Did a great job protecting the basketball after a rocky start. 6 early turnovers, just 4 in the final 30 minutes of this contest. And, yeah, a big-time win for the Tornadoes, exactly what the doctor ordered. And this will create some momentum heading into Sunday's matchup versus NC Wesleyan. Hat tip to Sledge. He was tough once again, but the Tornadoes made adjustments and slowed Sledge down. He ends up with 21 points, but the Tornadoes able to, nullify Sledge down the stretch. Certainly the number one weapon for Methodist. They didn't have anything going from outside, 0 of 11 from the 3. But big win for the Tornadoes. They'll now have 2 nights of prep with the snowstorm happening before the NC Wesleyan game on Sunday. But big win altogether for the Nados.
For sure. Yeah, huge win from the Tornadoes. We have the women's game coming up next. Big conference matchup against 2 4-1 conference teams. Looking like top of the conference, really, for the women's side here. Big contest coming up soon. We'll be back for tip-off and starting lineups in that one.